Hello, my name is Madam Jennifer from Educare TZ. Welcome my students from today's student in our today's session chemistry. And my student today we start our new topic known as chemical kinetics, equilibrium, and energetic. Our topic comprises almost 4 subtopics. The first one is the rate of chemical reaction. The second is reversible and irreversible reaction. The third is chemical equilibrium, and the last one is chemical energetic. And in our today's session, we'll discuss the rate of chemical reaction. The rate of chemical reaction comprises several terms you have to be familiar with. The first one is chemical kinetics. When you hear the term kinetics, this means the rate of change of something. So, chemical kinetics is the study of the rate of chemical reaction. And the rate of chemical reaction is the measure of progress of the reaction per unit time. Kwa ni kupima the rate ya chemical reaction yako, namna gani reaction yako inakuwa ina progress. And it is determined by measuring the amount of reactant used up or product formed at a particular time. Kwa rate of a chemical reaction tunakuwa tunaipima kwa kuangalia kiasi cha reactant kilichotumika katika chemical reaction au kiasi cha product formed during the rate of chemical reaction in a given time. And mathematically it is expressed by taking the rate of chemical reaction equals to amount of reactants used per time taken, or you can take it by measuring the amount of product formed per time taken or time used during the formation of a product. So this is how we can determine the rate of a chemical reaction. You have to note that as chemical reaction proceed, concentration of reactant decrease but those of product increase. Reaction inapokuwa inaendelea, tunapokuwa tunatengeneza product, inakuwa reactant wanakuwa napungua, lakini product wetu ndio anakuwa anaongezeka kwa kuwa kuna collision between two reactants ambazo zikireact pale kuweza kutengeneza product, reactant wetu wale wanaenda kupungua ili kuweza kutengeneza product. And in general, the rate of chemical reaction is equal to measured change in reactant or product over time taken for change to occur. Kwa rate of reaction unaweza kuchukua kwa kuangalia change in concentration of reactant used or change in concentration of product formed per unit time taken. And you have to note that amount of reactant used up or amount of product formed at a particular time taken can be a volume or mass. Sio lazima kiasi cha reactant kilichotumika au kiasi cha product ambayo be formed iwe tu katika mass. Sometimes it can be in volume, especially for gaseous tunakuwa tunatumia change in volume. Lakini in case kama tukiwa katika liquid, also tunakuwa tunatumia change in the mass of reactants or product per unit time taken. Lakini when the reactant involved is on gaseous form, we prefer to use the volume. The reaction which involve color change can be monitored by observing the color change. Kwa mfano kama una reaction ambazo zenyewe zina involve color change, kwa tutajua kwamba the rate of change of chemical reaction may be observed in case kama color imechange from one form to another, either from yellow to green. So the change of color from yellow to green, that indicate the rate of change of chemical reaction in a given time. Na mara nyingi hii tutaifanya katika practical process yetu kuangalia the rate of change of chemical reaction. Tutatumia different reagents katika maabara zetu kuweza kuangalia the change of chemical reaction by indicating the color change. Example here, you have lead ion in aqueous, you reacted with iodide ion, you get the lead iodide which is yellow in color. So here the color have changed from colorless to yellow. So this indicates the rate of change of chemical reaction. Comparing the rate of chemical reaction. There are different methods or means to compare or to measure the rate of a chemical reaction. And on the basis of speed, chemical reactions are categorized into 3 types. And the first one, we have instantaneous or rapid reaction. Instantaneous or rapid reaction ni ile reaction ambayo ina proceed at faster rate. Alafu tuna moderate reaction ambayo yenyewe proceed between the instantaneous and very slow reaction. Na very slow reaction ile reaction ambayo ina proceed by taking a lot of time for completion. By starting with instantaneous reaction, are those reactions that occur within a short period of time. Kwa ni zile reaction ambazo zinakuwa zina take place within the second. Nachukua muda mfupi tu for completion. Example is neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction, kwa mfano tukimreactisha base ambao ni strong base na strong acid, tunaenda kupata salt and water as the only products. This is example of instantaneous reaction. Also precipitation reaction. Kwa mfano tukimreactisha silver ion plus chlorine ion ndio kutengeneza silver chloride ambao ni white. These are example of instantaneous reaction. And moderate reaction, these reaction which fall between rapid and very slow reaction. Kwa zenyewe zinakuwa zipo moderate au katikati, in the medium. And they take place at measurable time at temperature that easily achieved. For example, reaction between marble chips and diluted hydrochloric acid. Kwa mfano ukiwa na marble chips au calcium carbonate ukamreactisha na diluted hydrochloric acid, hapo marble chips, kwa mfano tuna 2 types of marble chips. Naweza either in solid form au katika powdered form. Hapo kwa mfano tukichukua marble chips ambayo yupo katika powdered form ukamreactisha na diluted hydrochloric acid, the reaction will be so fast. Kwa sababu yule ambaye yuko katika powdered form, kwa mfano uchukue chaki uiponde ponde alafu uweke katika maji, au pia utumie chaki ambayo haijaponda, uchukue chaki zima uweke kwenye maji. Utaona ile ambayo itaweza kudissolve kwa haraka ni ile ambayo ipo katika powdered form. So that is one of the example of this moderate reaction. And very slow reaction are those reactions that occur in a long period of time. Ni zile reaction ambazo zinachukua muda mrefu for completion. And the example is combination of hydrogen and oxygen in absence of catalyst at ordinary temperature. Kwa reaction zile ambazo zinakuwa zina proceed in absence of catalyst, zinakuwa zina take a lot of time, a long time, so as to form the product or to reach the end point. Vile vile rusting process, hii ni one of the example of slowest reaction. Kwa mfano ili rusting process iweze kutokea, unajua kwamba there are several needs. Kwa mfano pawepo na maji, pawepo na oxygen, pia pawepo na chuma chetu. Kwa mfano ukichukua hapa iron ukamreactisha in presence of oxygen, na hapa pia tuna maji, water, tunaenda kutengeneza iron 3 oxide, hydrated iron 3 oxide ambao hapa ndio rusting. And measuring the rate of a chemical reaction. How we do measure the rate of the chemical reaction? In measuring the rate of chemical reaction, tumesema kwamba the rate of chemical reaction is taken by considering the rate of disappearance of reactant, or by taking the rate of formation of product per time taken. Kwa tumesema the reaction progress, the amount of reactant inakuwa inapungua, lakini amount of product inakuwa inaongezeka. Kwa katika kuangalia measuring of chemical reaction, the same. Kwa mfano hapa tumepewa the 2 reactants, we have A and B, tunaenda kutengeneza product ambayo ni C. Therefore, to take the average rate here, we take the rate of disappearance of A or the rate of decrease of A, and mostly tunakuwa tunatumia negative symbol kuonyesha the decrease or disappearance of the reactant. Na kwa formation of product mostly tunatumia positive sign kuonyesha kwamba formation or increase in product. Kwa the average rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration of A over time taken equals to change in concentration of B or decrease in concentration of B over time change equals to rate of formation of C over time taken. And now A and B, these are the reactant, we tend to decrease, and that's why we are preferring to use the negative sign to symbolize the decrease in the rate of chemical reaction. And the change in AC means the rate of formation of C, and we prefer to use the positive symbol to demonstrate the increase in the product formed. And here there is an example. Here you have given a table here. You are given the time and volume. This indicates at time 0, the volume was 0. At time 30 seconds, volume ilikuwa ni 19. Time ilipokuwa ni second 60, volume ilikuwa ni 33. Ilipokuwa 90 ilikuwa 45, 120 ilikuwa ni 55 na kuendelea. Kwa hapa hivi tumeambiwa natakiwa kuweza kutafuta the rate of change of a chemical reaction. And how we can calculate the rate of change of chemical reaction? Tumesema kuwa the rate of reaction is equal to change in the concentration or change in the amount of reactants or change in the amount of product per unit time, or you can take is change in the volume of reactant or change in the volume of product per unit time taken. By that way you can get the rate of a chemical reaction. Here we have given the volume and time taken. So now we can get the rate of reaction. And question, calculate the rate of a reaction from given table of volume of hydrogen gas. And from the solution, from our formula, it said that the rate of reaction equals to change in volume over change in time. And the rate of reaction equals to, if you plot the graph by using this result from the table, the rate of reaction will be equal to slope of that graph. And from the table, the rate of reaction between first and second minute we take as change in concentration of volume of V2 minus V1 over change in time is T2 minus T1. Now, by considering the at time 60 na 120 kwenye table yetu, 60 na 100 tumeambiwa tutafute rate of change between time 60 na 120. Kwa tutachukua change in volume ambayo katika 120 ilikuwa ni 55 na katika 60 ilikuwa ni 33. Kwa tutachukua ni 55 minus 33 na katika over time ambayo ni 120 minus 60. Hapo tutapata the rate of a chemical reaction. Tuvochukua hapa unaenda kupata minus hapa 55 ambayo volume yake ilikuwa ni 100, time ilipokuwa 120 time ilikuwa ni 55 na ilipokuwa time ni 60 volume ilikuwa 35. Tukiminus hapa change in volume over change in time tunaenda kupata the rate ilikuwa ni 0.37 cm cubic per second. Maana volume zilikuwa katika centimeter cubic na time ilikuwa katika seconds. Consider to write the SI units. And here there is a task for you, my students. What is observed when the granules are added into the 2 molar hydrochloric acid? What is observed when the granules are added into 2 molar hydrochloric acid? My student, up to there, I hope that now you are familiar with the concept of a chemical kinetics, and you are mostly welcome from other proceeding courses. Keep on touch. You are welcome.
day.